What's going on, guys? I hope you're having a great day. And today I got an interesting topic for you. So a lot of people ask me why I'm so passionate about investing at a young age and why I feel that you should be passionate or at least informed about investing at a young age. Well, today we're going to discuss those topics and I'm going to explain to you the benefits of why you should start investing at the youngest age possible, or really as soon as possible. Okay, let's get right into it, guys. So the reason you should be investing at the youngest age possible is because of something called compound interest. Now, compound interest is a little different from what some people believe interest is. There's two different types of interest. One's called simple interest and one's called compound interest. Now, the difference is, let's say for simple interest, you invest $100 and you get a 10% return. Well, that's $10. So every year, if you get a 10% annual return on that investment, you're going to make $10. Now, how that varies from compound interest is, in compound interest, you invest $100 and the first year you make $10. But now you make money off that $10 as well as the current principal, the $100 that you put into the investment. So now the next year you're making 10% of $110 instead of just the $100. Now this cycle keeps going on year after year until you're eventually making 10% on a much greater sum of money than what you started with. Okay, guys, to help you understand this, I set up a bit of a scenario. So we're going to have two people in this scenario. We're just going to call the first one guy 1, second one guy 2. Okay, so guy 1 is 18 years old. He decides that he wants to start investing early in his life. Okay, so at 18 years old, he's going to start putting in $2,000 in towards investing a year. Now, we're going to say he gets an 8% annual return, compound interest on this investment. Now, the reason I chose 8% is because that's the average rate of the stock market increasing, and you can just put your money in a basic index fund and expect to get that kind of return on average. So anybody can make that sort of investment. You don't need to be some crazy smart investor or know a lot about the market to make that kind of investment. That's an investment that anybody can make. Okay, so if he starts investing at 18 years old and he puts money in until he is 30 years old, so about a 12-year period, he's going to put in $24,000 worth of his own money. But at the end of that 12-year period, he's actually going to have $41,000 in his account. Now, obviously, that's more than what he started with. So that's the reason we invest, is to make money and to make our money grow into more money for us. So he puts in $24,000 over the course of 12 years of his own money, makes an 8% annual return, compound interest on this money, and at the end of 12 years, he has $41,000 sitting in his account. Okay, now guys, guy 1, he decides he is done putting money into his account. At 30 years old, he decides, I'm not putting any more of my own money into this account. He's just going to sit there and let the money he already has in the account draw interest and build his money for him. So he decides he's going to let this money sit there for 30 years. So he'd be 60 years old. And the reason I picked that is because I feel like 60 years old is about a time a lot of people would start to retire. Maybe some go a little before that, maybe some go a little after, but I just felt like 60 years old was a good time frame for this. So he sits there and he lets his money build for the next 30 years. He does not put any more of his own money in there. At the end of the 30 years, let's see, I have it written right here somewhere. He's going to have $412,000 in that account. So basically, guys, he put in $24,000 over the course of 12 years when he was very young into this account. Did not have to do anything else other than just let his money sit there at that point. And at the end of the, I guess, let's say 42-year rating time, he has $412,000 sitting in the account. That's a pretty good rate of return. Okay, guys, now we have guy 2. All right, so here's the thing with guy 2. He was young and he didn't see the point in investing, and he didn't spend any of his time or energy or money investing while he was in his 20s. So he waits till he's 30 years old to start investing. Guy 2 does what guy 1 does. He decides, I'm going to put $2,000 a year into an account where I'm going to get 8% annual compound interest on this money. Okay, Now, he puts in $2,000 from the time he's 30 to the time he is 60 years old. So a 30-year period where he is putting in $2,000 a year. So that means over the course of the next 30 years, Guy 2 is going to put in $60,000 worth of his own money. Now, at the end of that 30-year period, Guy 2 is going to have $244,000 sitting in his account. Okay, guys, now let's compare Guy 1 and Guy 2. Alright, so Guy 1 ends up putting in $36,000 less than Guy 2. Okay, so out of his own pocket, Guy 1 already saves $36,000 compared to Guy 2 over the course of their lifetime. Now, Guy 2 still ends up with less money than Guy 1. Guy 1 actually beats Guy 2 by $168,000 by the time they're 60 years old. You may be asking, why is that? Because Guy 1 started building his money at such a younger age, and he was able to get compound interest and start building compound interest on these greater sums of money for such a longer period of time. Now, anyone that knows anything about compound interest in investing, you're going to make the majority of your money in the last few years you actually have the money wrapped up in the account, because the amount of money you're drawing interest from is so big compared to when you first start. Now, Guy 1, because he was smart and got a jump on that and started that process earlier, he was able to invest a significant amount less than Guy 2 and still end up with more money than Guy 2. So that's what I'm trying to say, guys. That's why I feel like it's important to start learning and investing at a young age, because time's on your side. When it comes to investing, time is the greatest weapon you have. It can make you so much money if you just have the time and the patience and the know-how to do it. That's why you need to start learning how to do it at such a young age, because it's going to pay dividends and make you so far ahead compared to everyone else who doesn't later down the road. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing. Share the video, leave a like, leave a comment, something to let me know that you guys are liking the videos. I know I'm new, so I'm going to try to get some more videos out for you guys and help try to teach you and kind of educate you on the financial world going forward. If there's any sort of videos you guys would like, regarding to finances, maybe real estate, or the stock market, or some specific stock, or just the stock market in general, or any financial question really that you guys would like me to talk about and kind of explain, just leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to get to those for you. Thanks for watching. Until the next video, I'll see you. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.